When you're recalling these specific and personal events and you're going into a scene or whatever, are you holding on to this moment the entire time? As say you had a scene partner, you were talking to them. Are they someone else to you the entire time, or do you ever let go of that and kind of let the scene go? You know what I mean?
It's a very good question. It's a very good question. I'm going to answer it with a story. Okay, I've been acting for 65 years from my training time. I don't have to hold on to it at this point in my life. I can get into a scene with anybody here and I'll be totally there and I'm working for the choice and it got me. Okay, cut. Let's pick this up after lunch, okay? Let's do the reverses and the close-ups after lunch. I'm going to go to lunch. I'm going to go to lunch. I'm going to have lunch. I'm not going to hold on to that. I can go back and create exactly where I was through the work. Not every actor can do that because they haven't had the time, the training, the commitment to doing that. So sometimes an actor does have to hold on to it. Dustin Hoffman was doing The Marathon Man with Sir Laurence Olivier. And he had a scene where he had to be bedraggled, wiped out, no sleep, completely, totally fried. He came into the set the morning and he looked that way because he stayed up all night, didn't eat, he was dehydrated, he was unfocused, he was thinking. And so Larry Olivier said, "My God, man, what is going on? What did you do?" He said, "Well, Larry, I had this scene, so I stayed up all night and I did this and I did that." He said, "Have you ever tried acting?" So, I mean, that's the other side of the story. But obviously, Dustin Hoffman felt he had to do that to really achieve that. And there are a lot of very, very good actors that in order to hang on to something, they have to live with it and be with it. Lee J. Cobb had a nervous breakdown when he was doing Death of a Salesman on Broadway because he really got into it. And you know, it depends on the actor, and it depends on Gandolfini, who just died, may he rest in peace, liked him a lot. Tragedy. He was doing that film, I always forget the title, Hollywood, with...
Get Shorty? Or no?
No.
Sopranos? True Romance?
Well, True, what?
True Romance?
True Romance, right. He was doing this scene with, what's her name? Like, names. Anyway, where she's got the dope under the bed, and he's coming to get the drugs, and it's a terrible scene where he's going to kill her and everything, and he ends up, she hits him over there. They 4 days to shoot that scene, and on a talk show, he talked about it. He said they shot that scene in a 4-day period. It was a very, very violent, bloody scene. She stabs him in the foot. He beats the shit out of her. He said, "I went home at night. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. It was one of the worst 4 days of working in my life." Well, he got into it, and it affected him, and he carried it with him, and sometimes that happens. I developed a concept over the 52 years, 30 years, whatever time, I call the 11th level of consciousness. And I picked that number purposely, because on the first 10 levels, you're 100% in it, 100%. And on the 11th level, there's a part of you way up there knows exactly what you're doing and how you're doing it, encourages you and enjoys it, so you don't kill the leading lady for real at the end of the second act. That 11th level of consciousness keeps you from doing that. But on the other 10 levels, you're experiencing murder. Got it? You develop that over a period of time and a lot of work, and you should not develop it too early because then it'll get in the way. So there's a lot of variables to the work, but it's all there. And if you dedicate your life to really training, and you're always in training, you're always in training. The people who get successful and stop training are the people who should be training it the most. you know, because they have the opportunity all the time, you know.